vegan growth factors, ATP boosters, plant stem cells, and peptides with well-known trusted actives like ceramides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and vitamin C. That combination is powerful because you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting cutting-edge science as well as time-tested, trusted skin essentials. And they didn't just sprinkle these ingredients in either. They have really leveraged them to their full potential. For example, you will find 4 types of hyaluronic acid to target hydration at multiple levels in the skin. And the ceramide complex works to reinforce barrier function from multiple different angles. Those details, they do make a difference. And it's a sign that Plexus wasn't just checking boxes, they were leveraging these actives in a sophisticated, multi-layered way to get real, visible results. Another thing that I appreciate is that these are not standalone products. They're designed to work as a system. And that's really important because when people mix products from multiple brands, it's hard to predict how the ingredients may interact. You also risk doubling up on certain actives and also leaving gaps in your regimen without realizing it. And these things can compromise the skin barrier or the microbiome. With this system, the products were intentionally formulated to complement each other for safe and effective results. And finally, I am impressed that Plexus did not stop just at smart formulation. They went a step further and invested in clinical testing on both the full system and the eye cream. And that kind of commitment to validation, to efficacy, and to transparency is another factor that I look for when I'm deciding whether or not to recommend a line to my patients. After evaluating Plexus's Skin Health System, I was happy to see that it lines up really well with the core principles that I like to walk all of my patients through. Everyone's skin wellness journey will be different, but there are 5 principles I believe to be the foundation of long-term skin health. Principle number 1, your skin, it reflects what's happening inside. It is a mirror, not a mask. Principle number 2, product transparency matters. What's in your skincare and what's not makes a difference. Principle 3, always support your skin barrier. If that's compromised, nothing else works the way that it should. Principle 4, more steps don't mean better results. Prioritize well-formulated, effective products that actually do the work. And principle 5, sunscreen isn't just for preventing the scary stuff. It is your best tool for keeping skin healthy, strong, and youthful. Let's dive a little further into each one of these. So we're going to go back to principle number 1. Your skin actively reflects the way you're caring for your body. That is because there is a direct connection between your skin, your gut, your diet, and your daily habits. If you are not nourishing yourself on the inside, it is going to become apparent on the outside. And this is where Plexus really brings something unique to the table. As a health and wellness company, they are uniquely positioned to support all the lifestyle pillars that your skin health depends on. Because in addition to these powerful topical solutions, Plexus offers tools, products, and education to help you build the kind of habits your skin thrives on. I'm talking about eating an antioxidant-rich, gut-friendly diet, staying hydrated, focusing on high-quality, consistent sleep, managing your stress, moving your body, and helping you build strong relationships that support mental health. Because all of that, it matters just as much as what you are putting on your skin. Because healthy skin, it is a reflection of a healthy lifestyle. You simply cannot have clear, hydrated, glowing skin if you are making poor health choices. Principle 2. Once you're supporting your skin from the inside, the next step is knowing exactly what you're putting on the outside. Transparency in skincare, it's not optional, it is essential. You should be able to trust that every ingredient serves a purpose and that nothing unnecessary, irritating, or misleading is hiding on that label. When evaluating a formula, you want to know that the ingredients are not only effective, but appropriate, and that they're present in concentrations that can actually do something and they make sense together. Skincare doesn't need to be overloaded. It just needs to be honest. And that means no undisclosed fragrance, no harsh surfactants tucked under unfamiliar names, and no filler ingredients added simply for marketing appeal. In my opinion, a great product isn't just about what's inside. It's about what's not and how clearly a brand communicates why each ingredient is there. That level of clarity, it builds trust, and it allows patients to make better choices, especially if they are dealing with chronic skin conditions like rosacea, eczema, or just sensitive skin. Because when the label is transparent, the results are often too. This becomes even more important when we're talking about skin barrier health, which I'm going to get to again in a moment. But certain ingredients, they can be disruptive when used incorrectly or combined poorly. And trust me, you do not want your skin thrown out of balance. Which leads us to principle 3. The skin barrier is critical. It is your body's built-in defense system. And when it's healthy and hydrated, it is protecting you against irritants, slows aging, locks in moisture, and keeps your whole skin ecosystem in balance. When it's compromised, everything just gets harder. Irritation, inflammation, and breakouts become more common. And these issues, they don't always just stay on the skin. A damaged barrier can send ripple effects throughout the whole body. Research into this is ongoing, but chronic inflammation of the skin, it can open a door to a host of issues, from infections to vulnerability to environmental factors like radiation from the sun and pollution, to decreased quality of life due to discomfort. And that's why barrier and microbiome-friendly skincare matters. Your skin's microbiome is a complex community of microorganisms that are working to keep things running smoothly. And it thrives when it's treated with care. As experts in the microbiome, Plexus understands this. Their products are Kind to Biome certified, which means they're formulated to be both effective and incredibly gentle, supporting that barrier, not challenging it with harsh, irritating ingredients. Now on to principle number 4. More steps don't mean better results. In fact, most of the time, barraging your skin with too many products does more harm than good. The goal isn't to do everything. It's to do what works and to do it consistently. As a dermatologist, here's what I know to be tried and true for adult skin. Sunscreen is your #1 anti-aging tool. Moisturizers with ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and squalene. Ingredients that stimulate collagen. I recommend bakuchiol. This is a gentle, effective alternative to some of the other collagen stimulators out there that can be a little harsh. Antioxidants like vitamin C, acids like glycolic acid to smooth texture, and peptides to support structure and firmness. Like I mentioned earlier, it is not about chasing every trend. It's about sticking to the basics, using clinically backed ingredients, and letting your skin do what it's built to do. That's the kind of routine I trust and the kind of formulation I look for. Supportive of the skin barrier, free of unnecessary irritants like fragrance, parabens, or harsh surfactants, and grounded in science. Plexus checks all those boxes with the Skin Health line. Now last, but absolutely not least, principle number 5, sunscreen. This is a topic that I am probably the most passionate about. But first, I want to address some common misconceptions. The first is that sunscreen causes cancer. This is false. It is radiation from the sun that causes skin cancer, not sunscreen. And that same radiation is what accelerates aging. That said, of course it matters what kind of sunscreen you are using. I love zinc-based sunscreens because they are skin barrier friendly. The second misconception is that you don't need sunscreen in the winter or on cloudy days. This is absolutely not true. Up to 90% of the sun's radiation, UV rays, will penetrate the clouds. And the snow happens to be one of the most effective reflectors, so you do need to wear it every day, no matter the season, if it is light outside. So what do I recommend? Zinc is my go-to sunscreen filter. It provides the broadest amount of protection against UVA and UVB. It is not absorbed into the bloodstream like we know that chemical sunscreens can be, and it is gentle enough to use on all skin types. It can even be used on babies. Here is an uncomfortable truth. 90% of visible aging, it comes from sun exposure. 90%. I'm talking about those wrinkles, the discoloration, the dullness, the sagging, the dryness. Daily sunscreen protects your collagen. It prevents pigment and dark spots. It helps you maintain that healthy barrier, and it lowers your chance of getting skin cancer. If you're investing in your skin through smart lifestyle choices, you're spending money on skincare products, maybe you're getting professional procedures done, sunscreen is what protects that investment. At the end of the day, nourishing your skin, it isn't just cosmetic, it's science. Healthy skin reflects a healthy you. Plexus understands that skincare is part of a bigger skin health picture, one that includes lifestyle, ingredients, and long-term support for the skin's natural function. Taking care of your skin, it shouldn't be overwhelming, but it should be informed and intentional and aligned with what your skin actually needs. That's what I've built my practice around, and it's exactly why I'm proud to be here with Plexus today.